Hello, hello, hello. We are live. What time is this today? It's 8:30 p.m. It's time for coffee and conversations with Melissa. I am so excited to present to you my awesome business spotlight for today. Let me tell you about her. Toni Moore, Esquire, is a business lawyer and intellectual property strategist who services business owners and visionaries who are committed to using their business to make a difference. For more than 10 years, Toni Moore served as a general practitioner, attorney, wherein she provided legal strategies, solutions, and litigation support for individuals who needed assistance with small business startup, family law, and estate and probate solutions. About 15 years ago, Tony received a master's in taxation and switched her practice to corporate fraud compliance, wherein she assisted business directors, executives, and human resource managers in complying with all aspects of the federal rules related to retirement, business, fiduciary compliance. During the past 3 years in seeing business owners open and close their business within 2 years, Tony has become committed to empowering business owners to boss up in business by sharing tips, tools, techniques, and strategies so that they can turn their business dreams into powerful and profitable business. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Toni Moore.
Ew. Hello.
Hey, beautiful. Oh, we have a guest today. Hi, Marcia. Hey, beautiful people.
Hey,
Yes,
beautiful.
yeah, very beautiful. I'm wearing your lipstick, Marcia. Anyway, so we're going to talk about how entrepreneur can turn a business into a business. So, but first, tell us your story. How and why do you start your own business? Tell us your why.
My why was when I started realizing that one, I remember going to a women's empowerment conference. It was Obiama Martin, probably like 3 or 4 years ago. And there was a speaker there from the mayor's, Philadelphia mayor's office, Miss Ida, and she was saying how there were so many businesses, black and brown businesses, who did not qualify for state certifications. And that was like, what do you mean? Like, this is Philadelphia. I'm from Harrisburg. They did not qualify for state certifications. And I was just like, why? And then I started to ask people, and a lot of people just didn't really know. And a lot of people were building a business where they were making their money, but they did not have something that for all intents and purposes would not stand for an audit, right? Or they didn't know with regards to the certification process. They didn't know about the structuring. So it just felt like I didn't come this far just to be like just making money. It's money making is good. I'm in business. Obviously, everybody wants to have more, do more, and be more. But I really wanted to have a business that mattered to me, that where it was mission driven. And I was thinking that if anything, if I can become a trailblazer in helping people understand the rules, the regulations, understanding how to better structure their business so that they could make money and stand up to the scrutiny of certification. I mean, God forbid, we only get 5% set aside. And I'm told that a lot of people get a chance to waive those opportunities because a lot of people they're not certified. So if I can help people know better so they can know more and do more, then that's what I'm pretty much going to do.
Thank God for you. Oh my God, we have a lot of girls here. Holly says, hi, Melissa and Tony. Hello.
Hey.
And good evening, ladies. Trish, Fogarty, hello, hello. And great to see you both. Yes, I am so excited to. That's why I tell people to watch Tony. You're going to learn something. She's going to do a lot of nuggets tonight. So if you have any question, you can give us a buzz and Tony can probably answer you. So what do you do at Moore Legal Firm?
Well, I mean, this is going to be G-rated, right? So So, I mean, usually I tell people, I just fixed ish, that's the G-rated version. But
Yes.
when people have questions with regards to how to protect their assets, then I have an answer. I am 22 years as an attorney. I did go back to get my tax degree, my tax certificate. I really thought I would end up like teaching until I learned more about tax structuring, and I learned about a lot about trust and estates, and then I
Mhm.
had stumbled upon trademarking, so that was something that I was very interested in. So
Mhm.
between a trust and estate person or someone who wants to protect their assets with regards to sophisticated structuring, or with regards to helping people with regards to licensing and distribution, I pretty much do a lot of stuff helping business owners just ensure that they are staying within the rules and regulations, but also appreciating the bankability of their business.
Yes, that's what I love about you. You're really teaching us, how to boss up, how to take care of your business, like you are so good giving me like taglines, you are so good. And you specialize in trademarks, right?
I do well, asking a lawyer if they're specialized. I do a lot of trademarks. Like, we're not allowed to say specialty because, under the rules and regulations, but I will say 80% of my business is trademarking and copywriting. Absolutely. Yeah.
Wait for our business lecture series for that. Stay tuned for that. So, who do you work with?
For the most part, once upon a time, I worked with people who just had money, right? But now in
Mhm.
my older years, like on the other side of 45, I stopped teaching. I used to teach for over 20 years, 22 years to be exact, at the like different colleges and university. I was Professor Moore, in addition to, because I just wanted to teach people. But as of June of 2020, I decided, you know what? I only really want to work with visionaries. I love working with women. I do have men. I tell people all the time, I'm committed to women, but I do have a lot of male clients who have
Yeah.
decided that, you know what, this is their business, this is their vehicle, this is how they're making their dreams a reality. Oftentimes, most of my clients were in corporate, and they were the smartest people in the room, but they had passion,
Yes.
had vision, and they were like, they wanted to do something more than just earn a paycheck. So, those are the type of people, like movers and shakers and
Yeah.
difference makers. That's who I love working with, because I'm a dreamer myself. Between a dreamer and a creative who happens to be a lawyer, we could do things.
And then why do you work with them?
Because they're doing the damn thing. Okay. That's one of the main reasons why, because I am always on the go. My mind as a creative, I'm always thinking taglines. I'm always thinking business. I'm always thinking, how do I work more with women? Because I'm a woman, and I don't know about you, but, at one point, the only thing we were looking for was six figures, right? But then when we kept bumping our head up in corporate, it's like, it's not just about making six figures and being a mom and being a wife and, and going to waxing services and having teas prior to COVID. To me, I just want to just be a trailblazer. I want to be someone who helps other people make a difference in history, make a difference where we're like, I want to be one of those trailblazing people who made a difference in business. If I can be like, okay, girls, we're all getting certified. Okay, girls, we're all getting registered. Okay, girls, we're going to take over the world, not just by song, but by doing the darn thing. So I'm like, that's my big dream, is to get as many bossed up women as possible, start our own Whip It project where we whip the women into shape so that they can handle their business.
I am blessed. I am with you. You are with me. I am blessed. I am thankful. I'm telling you, you gotta experience it. You gotta connect with Tony if you have something to do with your business to up level your business, because he is the right one. Because it's like my husband has been telling me, like, you can do anything, but don't get sued. Knock on wood. That's why I'm always careful. I never sign a contract. I always ask a lawyer because it's cheaper to ask the lawyer first before you sign any contract than signing the contract. And the oops is very, very expensive. I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be friend with your lawyer. So, what are the three things should entrepreneurs do?
One, I truly believe that entrepreneurs should definitely formalize their business. Okay, just formalize their business, formalize it. A lot of people just say, oh, I could just be a sole proprietor, which you can. But if you formalize it, you're pretty much putting it into a box, your business, your brilliance into a box where you can bodyguard it. You formalize your business into a business solution where you also can reduce risk and you can also make money. And when you get tired or you want to up level or you want to move on, then you pretty much take that business, not based on your name, but a business brand that you have, pretty much bagged and banked, bankrolled. And now you have a formalized business. The second thing, always remember that the person who creates the contract is the one who controls the relationship. You create the contract with regards to indemnity plans, create the contract with regards to joint ventures, create the contract with regards to license and distribution. Then you are the one who can pretty much say, this is my program. This is what you can do. This is what you cannot do. This is the money that I'm going to bankroll you or not, and you pretty much control the relationship on whether it's going to be like a alternative dispute resolution or mediation or arbitration or litigation indemnity clause you create. So if you create the contract, then you can pretty much control the relationship. And number 3 is to safeguard your intellectual property. We call it securing your intellectual property. We are creative by nature. Most of us are not thinking like a CEO with regards to wrapping our intellectual property into a product or a service or a business brand, or, we're just offering all of our creativity without bodyguarding it. So with regards to registering a copyright or registering a trademark or even patenting your product, your mechanisms, then that's one of the things. Formalize the business, create your own contracts. And number 3 is secure your intellectual property. Those are the biggies.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, do you have your papers? Do you have the pen and paper to jot it down? Or you can watch replay here if you didn't get everything. So we have a new guest today, Bongay. Good evening, ladies. Hi, Bongay. How are you? Thank you for visiting us, for watching us. So can you tell us more about IP?
Intellectual property is, a lot of people get confused with that, right? Yeah. They'll say that they want to copyright a word. Well, here's the thing. With intellectual property, it's literally like, I'm being naughty. Trust me, I'm just drinking juice today.
Me, water. Just water.
So with regards to it, it's literally taking the 6 inches between your ears, and it's all of this intangible, and it's all of the creativity. So when you're thinking about intellectual property, this is all your intelligence and your brilliance, and your creativity, and you're putting that intangible into something that's tangible. So if you're an author, you're a speaker, if you're a coach, you have a book, you have a keynote speech, you have a curriculum that you can pretty much bankroll into different items. Well, with regards to it, that would be a copyright. I tell people all the time, the best way to bulletproof your intellectual property is to start with an ebook. With regards to, like your course creation or your speech, you just record that, you recordation of all of this great stuff into like a speech, you upload it onto something like Dropbox, or you upload it to a container, you have it recorded, that's your speech, then you get it transcribed, now that's your ebook, then you're putting your hashtags and your phraseologies in there. Easy breezy, done. That's a book. Now you copyright it, right? And then you turn that copyright into a course program, but it's already copyrighted. So that's a copyright, whatever you create. Whether also if you're a content person, that's all created. If you're taking pictures, that's all created. Someone recently asked me, hey, I'm thinking about doing a coloring book, but I want to take other people's photos and I want to turn that into coloring book pages. Well, here's the thing. If you didn't create it, then you are pretty much violating someone else's copyright. So whatever you create, you have an opportunity to monetize, to exploit, right? So that's a copyright.gov. If you then turn around or use someone else's music and say, I don't have the rights to it, of course you don't have the rights to it. But having that conversation, that's not enough for you to exploit someone else's music for you to, as your intro song, or as though you guys are in joint venture. So if it's created, that's a copyright C. A trademark is something where it's a tagline, it's a trade word, it's a trade dress with regards to how it looks. It could be a catchphrase, like just do it is a catchphrase. That's a trademark. It's literally an identifier of your product, your service, your coffee and conversations, as an identifier of my legal services, Legally Chic. It's an identifier of maybe Louboutins, that's the shoe brand. It literally is, if you're anything like me, I love fashion. So between Givenchy and with regards to Fendi and Louis Vuitton, those are all fashion brands. They're identifying the owner. So if you like something, you can identify. Even as a business owner, you don't have to be a mega brand to make mega money, but in order to protect your name, your tagline, your sound, the smell of your perfume, you know what I mean? Even the sound with regards to Netflix, that's an identifier. You hear it, someone just turned on Netflix. So that's that trademark. So that's a trademark. I even tell people it's the trademarkability, where it's like a mark, but it's really the market. If they're marketing advertisement, it's identifying to the world who you are. And a patent is different because we're talking more about the mechanicals. We're talking more about products. We're talking more about proprietary blends. We're talking more about artificial plants. Even with regards to the COVID cure, someone is going to make megabucks once they realize what the solution is, right? But that is a patent. So those are the three main ones with regards to copyright, with regards to trademarks, and with regards to patents. And you'll never get it confused, because C is for, creative works. That's copyright. T is for taglines, trade names, that's trademarks, and P is for products, patented products. So you always remember CTB, always.
Wow, that's a lot of nuggets, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, we are bombarded here. Trish says, I love that secure intellectual properties. And here's a question. Is having an LLC to new business enough?
I don't know what that means, but if someone wants to formalize their business in a limited liability, then you at least formalize it. But what's enough is if you're complying with the rules. So it's not enough just to have a limited liability company and say, ta-da, I just have a limited liability company. But when your clients are, buying your products and services, then you're putting it into your personal business. No, I want you to think of your business as a person, because under the rules, it's called a business entity, which is a fake person. And the fake person is pretty much with regards to, they have their own social security number. It's called the EIN. If you're building a brand, it will have its own brand birth certificate. It's called a trademark. The only way that it will be nurturing and to grow is if you feed it with money. It doesn't care about anything else. It wants to please and appease other people. So it wants customers. It wants a mission. It wants a message. It wants someone to protect it. So risk management. You have to be a good shepherd, a fiduciary. So you're going to have to make sure that, whatever is anybody who's working for the business entity, that, they're doing the best that they can. And if they're not, then you have to shepherd and make sure that whatever the business entity is getting involved with, that it's legal. And in with regards to the money, make sure that all the money goes to the business entity, and also make sure that the business entity pays taxes. So if you think of yourself as not a guardian, but as a fiduciary of your business entity, your fake behind business, then that's good. When you start, the problem comes into play when people start using their business entity as themselves. So they're, instead of just saying, okay, this is my business, this is the product, this is the service, this is the brand, these are the people, then they started operating the business as though it's their alter ego. That's when it's a problem. Because then start paying for personal stuff with your business stuff, and people can't make a distinction. Even when you work from home, I still tell people to get a virtual office because you really want to make it seem as though even if you are a kitchen tablepreneur, you still want to make it seem as though you're a C-suite CEO.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she has a question again. I make bath bombs and logo shaped soaps. Now, how would be a part that? Now, would that be a
No, so bath bombs, it's mass production. So unless you're doing something like, I don't know, like making bath bombs for that's something unique and novel, then it's really mass production. And once it's already mass production where you can see it everywhere, then you can make it different. Like maybe have it fizz a little differently and you have a trade dress, and that when people see your bath bombs, then they know it's the bomb, right? It's the bomb bath bombs, so you can distinguish it with a name, like it's the bomb bath bombs, or with a smell. So anytime they smell it, they know it's the bomb bath bombs. Or with regards to an ornamental, where with regards to like Tiffany box, it's a Tiffany box. So you have to make it so distinctive that now it becomes a trade dress, and that becomes the brand, the appearance of it's the bomb bath bombs. Okay, so it's not a patent. A patent, think more mechanical, think more of with regards to, does an engineer have to write something up? Do you need a prototype? Do you need a CAD drawing? If you don't need something like that, and it's already being mass produced, then it's not a patent. Patents are only for something that's new and novel and necessary.
Oh my God, my girls are really listening. It's very informative. Thank you, Tony. Thank you,
You're
Holly.
welcome.
You guys, you really have to listen to this. There's a lot of nuggets here. So if you have any questions, just give us a holler. We only have 30 minutes, so give us a buzz. So, so we get to know about you and your business. So, is your business gives you joy?
I actually, one of the things that I really do like working with are on my nonprofits, so I help set up nonprofits and I help them secure their brand. So it's fun because, the nonprofit sector is like the doing good sector. And when they're working with me, they know that they are business CEOs. Just because they're in a nonprofit, they realize that Toni Don't Play is still a business. You still need a signature solution. You still need a signature brand, and you're just making change possible, right? So because once upon a time, I was a kid that benefited from the nonprofit. So I really do, like my mom, we were living in shelters at one point, and, and she was poor. So sometimes we had to go to the food bank. And then in the 10th grade, I got a chance to go to the Milton Hershey School, which changed my life, because prior to the Milton Hershey School, I just thought I was going to be a hairdresser and hook up with drug dealers.
Mm-hmm. So we have a lecture here today. So from Facebook, I don't know who you are. Probably you're watching in my Melissa's Club. Who are you? Just recognize who you are. And Trish said, "I love you, Toni."
Thank you. So
yes, Toni.
I know, right? We love you, Melissa. So that's why I really love working with nonprofits and just showing them. I'm working with this new nonprofit out in the DC area, and I told them my story, and they were like, wow, so we're just going to make more Tonis. And I was like, absolutely, because that's always good when good people do good things and they pretty much show other people opportunities and options. So I really like helping people with that. And I really like to help people. I don't know what it is, but I really do like helping people like name their brands. Like it's their brand baby. I'm like, okay, and what are we going to call it?
I love you so much for that. You're doing it to me. Like, oh my God, you are excited to my journey. Imagine we are connected because of fashion, because we both love fashion. And then, oh my God, when I met you, I said, oh my goodness, I've never seen a lawyer such a fabulous like this, And like, no offense to other lawyers, because lawyers I usually wear like blazer, like kind of like, but you are damn, you are fashionable. Stilettos, like lipstick, everything. It's all
All
total
right.
package. That's why I said, oh, I always get connected with fashion because it's part of the network like a boss, and you are
Yes.
the one who told me to do that.
That's what you do though. And now we're like, you are always networking like a boss. You're like, Tone, this person, Tone, we need to do this. Tone, I'm thinking about, when you were doing the Met, remember?
Yes, yes,
And so you're always like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And then even when COVID showed up, you're just like, hey, this is what I do. And the next thing you know, you're just like, Tone, we do a coffee connections. And I'm like, because you network like a boss. You're always helping people make the connections. That's who you are. And when you tap into who you are, then guess what? There's no holding you. I love
yes,
it.
yes. And the thing that I love to do is like, this is my gift connecting. So
Mhm.
in fact, I have 3 marriages because of me. So, so I do have a gift of connecting. So I'm really, really thankful
Mhm.
I'm using it.
Yeah.
And it says, it's like, Bongai says, that's cool. I will need to talk to you from nonprofit point of view. It's Bongai. We know you. I see your name, Bongai. So it says, of course, Melissa, you too. Okay, thank you, Trish. So okay, we know more about you and what you do. Thank you so much for all the nuggets that you gave us. So, can you tell us? We want to know more, a little bit closer about you. Can you tell us what you do when you're not working? Habits?
um, so this morning I did get up and I'm a mom and I feel like I'm doing COVID school like every other mom. Because of COVID, I am lunch mom and I am breakfast mom and I am hall monitor mom. And and now I get a chance to hang out with a teenage son. He's 16 and it's so interesting hanging out with him and talking to him. And also I'm wife. So that's like always like once upon a time when I was single and I used to juggle and now I just laugh at Divine. I was like, it's a good thing I have a good practice being able to juggle my menses, because I have a 12-year-old and a 16-year-old and my husband, my boo, right? So on Sundays when I'm doing laundry, then I also Netflix it out because a girl's got to like relax and relate. I think I'm gonna start watching Witcher because I did watch.
Oh,
Was
Gambit.
it called
Have
the
you watched
Umbrella?
Gambit?
I think I was watching the Umbrella Academy. I binge watched on that. I finished that. I love werewolves and Dracula movies. Like it's not a good movie unless it's the end of the world and it's a werewolf and a Dracula movie. My husband made me watch The Boys. That was our connection on Fridays until it was over,
Oh,
and then for the most part, I'm always stirring up and, talking to my girls in the Bankable Women Society. So we hang out there because I'm always like, what else can we do? So I'm always my brain, I'm a creative. So anybody who knows creative, we're always like 25,
yes.
7. You know what I mean? Always doing something. But Sundays are literally my day off,
Yeah.
always to
But
veg out and to
here-
watch Netflix.
here's the tough question for you. What are the things that people doesn't know about you?
Okay.
Share.
Look,
Do you
okay.
sing?
So no, I cannot sing. However, I did write some songs. So I think I wrote like over 10 songs. I am a songwriter for BMI.
Ooh.
Mhm. I'm
Did,
going to
is it
join the
released?
uh,
Is it released?
No. I was just a songwriter. Yeah. So Bossism. There's a couple of people who sang on Bossism, and there's this one song that charted very well. it was on my husband's album, and I have two other singers. Their songs charted. It was awesome and amazing. So that's something that I do with regards to, like, I just wake up and I'd be like, oh, I have a song. My husband and I are writing a song for a friend. He's got an amazing voice. So I'm writing a song for a friend, and I'm also wrote a song for a singer I have in my head. Like, when I write a song, this is what you don't know, is that I know it's a good song when I can string along to my invisible guitar.
You know how to play guitar?
No, my invisible guitar.
That's my thing. I want to play guitar. I don't know how to play guitar.
And it's always acoustic. So if it comes out with acoustic, so that's one of the things that people don't know, is that I am a songwriter. And they're like, really? You're a lawyer? I'm like, I'm a creative. Hello.
Yes. Not because you're a lawyer, you're limiting yourself. You have a lot of things. You can do a lot of things. So the boys is the best. I suggest the magicians. They have werewolves.
Okay. All right, Trish, I'm on it.
Yeah. Trish, you have to send soap with Tony. You got a lot of nuggets here. Send some soap.
Yeah, the bomb soap. Like, you know what I mean?
She's making goddess like organic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's really like doing organic soap. So see how cool my Coffee Connect attendant. She is one of my Coffee Connect attendants, and she is behind the scene of Coffee Connect, the legal matters or something like that. Anything, I always ask Toni. You can never go wrong with Toni. If you have any questions with the law, connect with her. She's a legally chic 360. You said, yes, she's going to send you she's going to send you soap. Yoo-hoo!
some bombs, some fizzies.
Yes. See, this is only 30 minutes and you got a lot of nuggets. What more for an hour for Business Lecture Series on January. So stay tuned for that. So Toni, tell us about your experience at My Coffee Connect.
So I had the opportunity to meet, I think it was like Mike, and it was another from Chicago, I think.
Yes.
And I met your brother, and I met your brother, and I was like, I don't understand why you and Melissa don't have a VA services, okay? Because you guys make so much money, with the VA services, because you're over there, she's over here, and you guys can hook it up, And then I met someone, who has an awesome and amazing t-shirt. I was like, oh my God, you have your message tees. I was trying to rebrand everybody, right? So I loved it because it was good where you brought us in. It's almost like you were like a connecting concierge. She was like, okay, Toni said she wanted to meet this type of person. I don't know what it is. It's obviously gifting on your part, where you're like, you just knew exactly based on like two questions, and you were like, okay, you were trying to definitely be a brand matchmaker. So that was good for me with regards to it. And just even when you had the Real Women Talk series, that was really fun too, where we all talked about money, power, and all that good stuff. I just love it because it's substantive. It's not like fluff, and I as fun, as gregarious as I am, I'm usually doing billable work until I fall asleep. And then, I say my prayer in the morning, I wash the makeup off my face, and I start my day.
Oh God, Toni! Oh my God, get to know you more a little bit. Oh my God. Did you have so much fun, ladies? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for this awesome 30 minutes conversation about you. We got a lot of nuggets. Thank you so much, Bongai. Thank you so much, Trish, for your questions. And thank you so much, Holly, for watching us today. And for you guys who are watching us, follow me in YouTube at Coffee and Conversations with Melissa, and like my Facebook, Coffee and Conversations with Melissa. So stay tuned for more awesome businesses that I'm going to highlight, because you're surely going to have a lot of nuggets. We're not just, I'm not. We're not here to sell, sell, sell. We're here to educate you on what the businesses do and how can they help you. So, Tony, how can you help businesses? Where can they connect with you?
Yes. I am on all social media platforms as Toni Moore ESQ, Toni Moore ESQ. And that would always be good. If you find me at Toni Moore ESQ, if you have any questions with regards to trademarks, we have the trademark guide. You can definitely find that information at Toni Moore ESQ and just get our trademark guide information. If you have any questions with regards to business, whether or not you should fire your partner, or right before you decide that you want a business divorce, we probably need to talk to make sure that your ducks are in a row and your assets are protected. So thank you so much, Melissa. It's always fun hanging out with you. I can't wait to we can see each other and gossip and have fun.
I know, I know. Oh my God, I love that. And for those who are doing trademark, asking for trademark, I think the best thing to ask is really Tony, because he is like, if you ask trademark, he will not just answer you. He will tell you the details about what are the things you need for the trademark. He has the list, a lot of lists that, that is like, why do you want trademark or something, to understand more of trademark. I think, I do believe Tony Moore is the best one to talk to for the trade. Uh, Looking forward for our Business Lecture Series in January. And thank you so much, Tony. And we had a great time today. We had a lot of nuggets to learn, and we're looking forward for January to know more. Oh my God, you are so juicy. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Your mind, it's really, really powerful. The talks, the everything. So I think when God, what you call this, give blessings, like you're always there. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Especially with the intelligence, That's why you have a big heart. Thank you so much for helping the businesses, because with you, like they are in the right place.
Yes.
They're always in the right place. Thank you so much, and have a great night. Bye.
Good night.
Don't go out yet. I'm just